You've probably found yourself thinking so much about something that you end up doing nothing. You get stuck in a mental loop, analyzing, rethinking, doubting, until the moment passes, and all that's left is frustration. Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest warriors in Japanese history, couldn't afford to think too much. Every second counted, and each wrong thought could cost him his life. That's why he developed a sharp, clear, focused mind. In this video, you'll discover how to apply the teachings of this samurai master to overcome overthinking, find mental clarity, and act with confidence. If you feel stuck, overthink, and underact, stay with me until the end, because these lessons could transform the way you live. Overthinking is not just thinking too much. It's living stuck in possibilities that never materialize. It's analyzing a situation so much that you end up paralyzed, as if trying to see the right path through a thick fog. You think of everything that could go wrong, how others will judge you, whether it's the right moment, if you are good enough, and in the end, you do nothing. This creates anxiety, drains your mental energy, and makes even the simplest tasks feel impossible. The mind becomes a battlefield, and you're losing to yourself. But Musashi faced real battles, armed men, life-or-death duels, and yet his greatest victory was internal. He learned how to silence the mind amidst chaos. If he could do this in the midst of wars, imagine what his teachings can do for you in your daily life. Musashi said, "Perceive what cannot be seen with the eyes." At first, this phrase seems enigmatic, but it carries a powerful truth. Overthinking often arises from something deeper: fears, insecurities, unresolved traumas. The mind agitates on the surface because something is hidden beneath. When you stop and look sincerely inside, you begin to see what's really feeding this confusion. It's not about what's happening outside, but what's happening inside. It takes courage to face these shadows, but that's where clarity begins. Musashi knew that the real enemy is not in front of you, but within you. And when you recognize this, you stop fighting random thoughts and start to understand where they come from. This is the first step to silencing the mind, understanding why it's so noisy. Musashi said, "There is more than one path to the top of the mountain." This lesson seems simple, but it's liberating. A big part of overthinking comes from the obsession with finding the perfect path, the ideal decision, the right moment, the choice without risks. But this pursuit of perfection is a trap. It keeps us stuck in indecision, makes us delay dreams, abandon ideas, and doubt every step. Musashi reminds us that life is not a single road with one destination. There are multiple routes, each with its challenges, each with its value. When you understand this, you stop seeking the perfect answer and start walking, accepting that there's more than one right way to live, to act, to be frees you. It allows you to experiment, fail, learn, and above all, keep moving forward. Musashi was direct. Don't do anything that isn't useful. And this phrase is a sharp blow to the heart of overthinking. Our mind gets overloaded not just by big dilemmas, but by a sea of useless distractions. News that changes nothing, empty social media debates, comparisons with lives that aren't even real. All of this occupies mental space. It's like trying to run a marathon while carrying garbage bags. Musashi teaches us to cut the excess with the blade of intention. If something doesn't help you grow, doesn't bring you closer to what you seek, it's useless. Discard it. This applies to thoughts, habits, and even people. The mind needs space to function with clarity. When you eliminate what has no purpose, what matters finally has room to flourish. In this clean environment, overthinking cannot survive. Today is victory over your past self. Tomorrow is victory over inferior men. This is one of Musashi's most powerful lessons, and perhaps the most ignored. We constantly compare ourselves to friends, influencers, and people who seem to have it all figured out. And this feeds doubt, the fear of not being good enough or capable. But Musashi proposes a different challenge. Stop looking at others. Compare only to who you were yesterday. If today you took one step forward, you've won. True progress is silent, slow, and daily. It consists of small internal victories. When you focus on improving a little every day, the noise of the world outside loses importance. The mind aligns with purpose. And where there's purpose, there's no space for chaos. You don't need to conquer the world. You just need to conquer yourself, one day at a time. Musashi said, "There is a right time for everything. This phrase is a direct antidote to haste and anxiety. Often, overthinking arises from impatience. We want immediate results, answers now, success yesterday. But the truth is that everything has its rhythm. Growth takes time. Transformation requires patience. Musashi didn't win duels only with skill, but with timing. He knew when to attack, when to wait, when to retreat. And life works the same way. When you understand that everything happens in its own time, the mind relaxes. You stop pressuring yourself for what hasn't arrived yet and start focusing on what you can do now. Respecting time is trusting the process. It's knowing that what's yours will come as long as you're ready to receive it. Musashi also said, "Don't let the body be dragged by the mind, nor the mind be dragged by the body." This lesson goes beyond the physical. It's about the balance between the two dimensions of our existence. When the mind is overloaded, the body suffers. Mental stress reflects in bodily tension, shallow breathing, stiff shoulders, and sleepless nights. And the reverse is also true. When the body isn't well, the mind can't focus. The key is aligning both. When you find balance between what you think and what you do, everything flows better. Musashi knew that a clear mind and a strong body are inseparable. When you begin to care for your body, whether through exercise, nutrition, or rest, the mind also begins to calm. The same is true for the opposite. When the mind is serene, the body performs better. Practice, self-care, and discipline will bring harmony, and mental overload will disappear. Align body and mind, and you'll find a state of peace and productivity that overthinking will never reach. Musashi believed deeply in the power of constant training. The way is in the training. And he wasn't just talking about physical training, but about mental and emotional training. Life, for him, was a constant exercise in improvement. When you focus on evolving every day, distractions and overthinking disappear. The secret is in the process. It doesn't matter if you're a master in your profession or a beginner. Daily training is what really matters. Don't seek immediate results. Instead, immerse yourself in the present moment and value the progress that comes with each practice. Repeated practice with discipline will transform you. And as Musashi taught, when you train with dedication, success becomes a natural consequence. Every day you dedicate yourself to growing and improving, you're distancing distractions and strengthening your mind and body for whatever lies ahead. Living in training is living with purpose, without rush, and without fear of the future. Now I want you to do a simple but powerful exercise. Take 12 minutes of your time, with no distractions, no interruptions, and go to a quiet place, on paper or on your phone. Write down everything you're mentally struggling with. What are your biggest fears, insecurities, or doubts? What's consuming you with so much thinking? Then rank these issues in order of importance. Which ones can you really control, and which are beyond your reach? This simple exercise will give you clarity. It will help you see where your focus is and where you can free your mind. When you're done, make a commitment to yourself. Act. Don't wait for perfection, but take the first step. We've come to the end of this journey, but remember, the true path starts now, with you. Musashi said that the most important thing is not to defeat others, but to defeat yourself. Don't let yourself be enslaved by thoughts that paralyze you, nor by the fear of what's still to come. You have the power to change your reality with every daily choice, with each small step. Life is continuous training, and every day is a new opportunity to become better, stronger, and wiser. When you align with your purpose, eliminate what doesn't serve you, and respect your own rhythm, your mind finds peace and clarity. So keep going. The transformation you seek is within your reach, and the only limit is the one you impose on yourself. Thank you for following along, and remember, the best is yet to come because you have everything you need to reach the top of your own mountain. Let's move forward,